Hello Scorpio, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morky, and we are here to bring you your reading for the next 10 days. So today we'll be pulling an oracle card for your overall energy. We'll look at your energy, the energy connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Scorpio collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. If you are interested in more context and texture, you can check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node readings. Use your intuition with it. Just see what feels good. You might be meant to watch something else too, like your Mars placement for some reason. Go with what works for you. And then also check out the description below. That's where I have links to personal readings, which are going to be very specific to you. I have links to social media. Be sure you're following me on Instagram. That's where I run specials from time to time that may not be listed elsewhere if you're looking for a discounted rate or tight on funds. And you can also contact me, email me, make donations. Anything and everything is so appreciated. I am just so glad you're here watching. Okay, Scorpio, we're going to get into this today with an oracle card from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Ooh, this one's pushed out the side here. Ooh, Scorpio. Ooh. Got the chills. You got the number 42 card, the Tantric Journey. The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves or another. Scorpio, this could be a really nice, juicy, sensual, sexual time for you, whether you're exploring your own energies or with your partner. So, wow, we're just going to hold that in the space here and know that, you know, I'm not going to peek in and get specific details, but might be a really nice time for you to open up and just really get in those warm and sensual energies. The Tantric Journey is about more than just the physical act of sex. This is about energy and breath work and presence in your body. So really enjoy it. I think there's some really beautiful things coming up. And I do get a real warming kind of sensation for you where it really just feels good. It's kind of like that nourishing Scorpio fire that comes with the intensity. You are the most fiery water sign. So Scorpio, just enjoy. Okay, woo. We're gonna just take a deep breath as the reader here. You guys are all up in that business. You get the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the Chariot. So there's your water energy coming in. You're actually feeling really good about your emotional body right now. There are things that you're maybe negotiating with the universe, if that makes sense. I feel like your greater being or the universe, creator source, however you're comfortable relating to that energy, is presenting you with something. I'm not sure you're taking them up on it right now because you're like, okay, I need a moment to figure out how I'll embody this before I move forward with the Chariot energies here. So you're in a place of what I would call emotional contemplation. If that gets to the point where it's feeling constricted to you or you feel like a lot of confusion, maybe that's where some of that tantric breath work can help move some of the energies for you. For the person connected to you, they get the Page of Cups, the Magician, and the 5 of Swords. I really like this person's energy where it starts out. They are having a little bit of a conflict with someone or something. Scorpio, I don't necessarily get that that's you. It could be with money or financial matters. They're trying to figure out, this could be somebody who's working on long-term planning and trying to look at, okay, how can I live the rest of my life doing what I love, working my magic in the world, using all the tools and skills that I've gained. This person feels like they're older. They may be the same age as you, but a more mature energy is kind of what I'm getting in this reading. So, you know, you could be, for some of you, it could be you're watching your parent go through this as they're trying to figure out their final chapter of life and planning for that, but doing so from a place where they want to feel emotionally fulfilled. I'm also, for some of you, I'm getting Gen Xers. You may be a Gen Xer, or somebody connected to you is a Gen Xer, and you're like dealing with them and figuring it out. In the middle of the connection, you have the High Priestess and the Four of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of intuition. A lot of intuition is calling in this connection for both of you, I feel, because you have cups on both sides as well. So that those emotional, intuitive energies, empathic energies are kind of coming together. The two of you could be people that are working on making sure that your emotional reserves are kept full and that you're not overgiving. You could be the kind of people who tend to overgive and then maybe leave yourself depleted. So there is a little bit of work to do. It could be to one another as well. There could be a little bit of balancing that needs to happen in this connection here. Okay, let's get into it, Scorpio. Whew. Let's look at the Six of Cups for you. This is feeling good about your emotional state and how you feel about the people around you, having a solid awareness of it. It's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so your emotions around people, love, empathy, your intuition, all that is looking good. I think you're also in a good place from a financial or economic standpoint for yourself. You may be on the verge of considering possibly a career move, a job change, a retirement, even kicking up a new business, and how will you balance that in your already very full life? Again, I am getting kind of the more mature type of energy, and it doesn't really necessarily equate to age. You could be just someone who has a very mature soul. And so if you are younger, that may be the case. You just have a mature soul. You could be learning and looking at a parent or someone else as well. Again, I had that Gen X feeling, but you're considering something. So actually, it's looking like you're in a really good place to consider your next steps and options. And if you are in a long-term marriage or relationship, it could be the both of you kind of going through, okay, where are we going to land in the next few decades of life? Where do we want? What are our goals? What are we going to do ourselves and together? For the Four of Cups, Scorpio, you get the Death card and the Empress. So, wow, you're showing up here on your own behalf, fully aware that something is coming toward you from the universe, from your greater being. There's a depth of calling here that is wanting to be heard. It's wanting to be expressed. It's being magnetized to you. I feel that you have called this in. You haven't fully grasped it yet, but you have called this in, and it is literally right in front of your face, and you're showing up for it. But there's also this like one little moment of hesitation. And that may be something that you should work on in your own energies. Almost like you're turning back. It could have to do with stability, since we've got the Pentacles here. If you are considering something like it'll be a change for you financially, or there's some risk perhaps involved. Perhaps you're thinking about investments. Okay. Some of you could be investing in or considering investing in a property, or kind of making up your long-term plans for that. For the Chariot, you got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, I think part of the issue for you is you can see multiple paths forward, and so it may be a little bit hard to lock in on a decision. I could see why that tantric energy might be really nice for you right now, because it's a way that you can feel momentum and you can process some of these energies while you determine where you're going to step next. That's you still seem to be, your Chariot is not yet fully moving forward. Your Empress, she's embodied, but she hasn't taken that step yet. So some of you are on just the precipice of the next thing here. And again, you know, you got the Page of Cups, they have the Page of Cups. I feel a nice reflection here. If nothing else, this is an important soul connection where the two of you are older, more mature souls, and there's just this recognition between you here. Let's look at their Page of Cups here. Whew, my goodness, what in the world is going on? They got the High Priestess and the Magician. Now the High Priestess is in the shared energy, loads and loads of intuition, both of you highly intuitive, and they got the Magician, and then their next card here is the Magician. This person, I think they've operated from a place of like, they'll get feedback on what they do and they're like, okay, this works. But as for them really fully embodying, like within themselves, that they know without a shadow of a doubt that they can 100% trust their intuition on things, that has been where their journey has been at. Like there's always been that part of them, that intuitive part, but circumstances in their life, something like that may have had them doubting until they received feedback, like outside of themselves. That is definitely something that they're working on transforming. They are working on stepping into a more embodied state. This could be them making decisions, and maybe like a good analogy would be, you go to the doctor because you have a complaint or you have some sort of, you know, condition or disease or something feels off, and you get the options from the doctor. Now, a lot of people would consider those options to be fact without questioning that at all and just doing what the doctor says because the doctor is the expert, right? No, you are the expert over your own body. At times you need a consultant and you need someone to speak with who you can give you different options. Now keep in mind, you know, there's different types of doctors and everything. I am not one of those medical doctors. I'm not a naturopath, but I do consult with them when I feel it's appropriate. That's the kind of energy that this person has. They're learning that the authority is not outside of themselves, but it's within. And at the end of the day, when they're consulting with other people, all they're doing is getting options and taking different points into consideration. It does not mean they have to make their decision for themselves based on other people. And that's what this Magician, that's what they've been learning in these Magician energies here. It's not their first go around with this, but it's something that probably got ingrained in childhood for them to, you know, for example, if you go to the doctor or the dentist and they say you need this, you just do what they say. No. They're there as a consultant. They're there to provide options for you to consider. You decide and you say what is best for yourself. This person has that kind of energy going on. Let's look at their second Magician here that they got. And wow, this is big for this person. They got the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card. In the Cancer reading as well, the person Cancer was dealing with, going through a lot of big energies. I think the water signs might be connected to people who are going through big energies. And one of the things I want to say, and maybe why that tantric journey comes up, is it brings you back potently into yourself. Don't forget about yourself because you're also going through important aspects of your journey. I think at times, though, the attention might be on the other person because of the large energies they're going through here. They got the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card to go with this Magician. So they are changing. They are changing up how they relate to external authority. And that is a huge, huge thing that each of us has to journey through. This is taking a lot of courage and strength for them because there's just that newness kind of feeling to listening to themselves, right? And I think the Tantra, when we look at the wholeness, that really brings you into full presence with yourself, listening. This is listening to the body and the body's rhythms. This is having a conversation with the body. Most people out there are disconnected from that, completely disconnected because of all the interference and the poisons and the foods and the chemicals all around and everything like that. It's, you know, even me, I have a struggle at times really sinking in and connecting with my body and really listening to her rhythms. And that's what this person is learning to do. And that's whether you're masculine or feminine, you can learn to really listen to the rhythms of your body. And the more connected with nature we are, the better we'll be able to hear. So that might be some wisdom you have, Scorpio, that you can share and encourage with this person. Let's look at this Five of Swords. This is a little bit of conflict. Again, I didn't get the conflict with you, but there's conflict here for this person. They get the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So mentally, this person, that's where the programming comes in. They were programmed on the mental state probably even before the age of 7. Honestly, that's what I get. We have the Seven of Swords here. And so they're in this mental loop from the Ace to the 5 to the 7 and everything that comes in between. So we've got the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 6. And so this is where they're trapped. This isn't to do with any blockages in their body. The blockages are in their mind. Their blockages are mental when it comes to themselves. I think the conflict is they're trying to listen in and they're finding out just how disconnected they've learned to be from their own body. Fascinating. But that's part of it, right? That's part of the process. That's part of the unlearning. You must unlearn what you have learned. Yoda, great master, right? Okay, let's look at the High Priestess in the middle here between the two of you, because I like this, very intuitive connection. The Ace of Cups coming in from your side and the Lovers from theirs. Beautiful energies. Wow, and it's probably the love between the two of you that has been the foundation, that has been the cornerstone. For those of you single Scorpios, consider this being different aspects of your own energies or the energy of the person that you may be calling in down the road. Okay, so this is beautiful energy. I feel a lot of love here and a lot of love that transcends. It feels like a very transcendent kind of love. You're showing me a nice full overflowing Ace of Cups. I really like it. I really love the water. I really love what I'm feeling in those emotional energies there toward this person and this connection. And they're showing the Lovers. If this is not romantic, this could just be somebody that you've traveled many lifetimes with and they're a trusted friend or someone that's important to you. There's love there. It may not be romantic. There's different kinds of love. Could be familial love, could be a brother or sister, and the two of you relate to this particular part of the journey. So you don't have to be in a direct physical relationship at the moment to begin to work with these energies. For the Four of Pentacles, you bring in the energy of the Devil and then the Eight of Cups. Ooh, I think you all know where your roadblocks are together. The places where you feel maybe you've overgiven could be to each other at times, because the Eight of Cups would show me they give and then they maybe have to walk away a little bit to preserve themselves. And you're giving me the energy of the Devil, which is either you're working hard on clearing this for yourself, like that Capricorn energy, or there's been times where you've slipped into control, control through giving. And this is a big lesson for a lot of people of when we give, right? Because we have this society now that's really fraudulent and scammy, and it's hard for people to trust other people. And in this relationship, there's kind of like it's kind of like an awareness of that on the grander scale. It's kind of like you're aware of it collectively, but the two of you individually, because you're aware of it collectively, you have to look at your own lives and say, okay, when do we overgive? When is it feeling good? Are we really investing in the right energies when we do that? How do we find balance? At times, the two of you might just need a little time with yourselves. to reset. There's beautiful energy here, quite honestly, but at times the places where you need to work on things are coming up in this connection. And why would they do that? Well, because this connection is a safe place to have those energies come up. It's kind of like when a child feels comfortable acting up with their mom. They're great out in public. They're great. Everybody's like, oh, they've got such good manners. Oh, they're such a lovely child, blah, blah, blah. But at home with you, they're testing your last nerve. That's kind of what I see here, is the two of you can safely go through this lesson of overgiving and when things are out of balance, right? Together. And through your relationship, work on that. So that may be something the two of you are working on. And sometimes, you know, giving, it comes from a really good intention, and sometimes it comes from a more controlling aspect, and that's something we have to watch out for. Scorpio, let's get you an oracle card from the Angel Dreams Oracle to close off your reading. This deck is particularly connected to the subconscious energies. And Scorpio, you got summer, taking action, fruition, and intellect. And I really love this. It's like going surfing here. And Scorpio, because your overall energy was that tantric journey, I really think you're flowing with some of these deeper energies. Summer may be your season as well. So coming up in the next year, or you could be in the cycle of summer right now, depending where you are in the world. But that warming energy I got at the very beginning of your reading, combined with the tantric journey, it's more than just about sexual energies. It's that sensual nature of ourselves. It's our breath. It's the depth of connection with our bodies. And Scorpio, that's what's come up for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It has been my pleasure to do this reading, and I can't wait to see you next time.